Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and we are delighted you could join us. All our programs are video streamed through YouTube and Google+. We would like you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is NIK NIKAM, where we have close to 1,000 videos accenting our experience here in the United States, and we just passed 1.1 million views on YouTube, and in fact YouTube has cited our channel as excellent community services. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you abreast of our latest additions to our YouTube videos. We also have a Facebook page, which is Triple N Media, where we bring you the latest buzz, and we would like you to please do visit our Facebook page and like it. Today we are going to be talking about Mytra, which is MYTRA, which stands for Meet Young Telugu Residents of America, and my special guests from the far end are Padmashri Mutyala. Tanuja is next to me, and next to her is Parveen there in the middle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Triple N Talk Show. Give us a little bit about your backgrounds, and then we'll move right into Mytra and your upcoming convention.
Sure, I'll go first.
Yeah.
My name is Tanuja Parachuri. I am 32 years old, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And I've been involved with Mytra first as a guest or an attendee, and then as a committee member for the last 3 years. I'm really, really excited for this year's Mytra. We're going to be doing it in New Orleans, Louisiana. Very much looking forward to seeing all of you there.
So what kind of work you do?
Oh, what kind of work? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I do own my own business.
Yeah.
I have a health and wellness business where I'm a certified holistic health coach, and I also have a product line of healthy desserts that I sell. So, yeah, that's me.
Parveen?
My name is Parveen. Born and raised in the Houston area. This is my third year involved with Mytra. We started almost 3 years ago in 2014. We planned our first event in Austin. Since then, we had a great time. We wanted to keep doing it. I actually live in the Houston area now, in North Houston. I own several businesses. I'm not as healthy as her. I'm in the pizza business. But you know what? It works. So,
I know Padmashri has been on our program previously. Maybe you can give us a little background for the young professionals.
Okay. My name is Padmashri Mutyala. I've been here in Houston for the last 26 years, and I involved several organizations, non-profit organizations. So now I involved deeply from last 3 years with Mytra. So Mytra is Meet Young Telugu Residents of America. That mainly my intention to help these kids are to meet each other, because I want all the kids who born and raised in this country, I want them to meet each other. So I'm helping them. They are doing on their own everything, but we are just giving the help behind them. So that's all. And I've been here in my own business, and also we have our own properties. I manage our properties. So that's all about it, about me. Thank you.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N Talk Show. We are talking about Mytra, which is Meet Young Telugu Professionals. Meet Young Telugu Residents of America. Okay, Tanuja, let's start off and maybe you can give us an overview of what Mytra is.
Okay, like Dr. Vic said, or Dr. Nick, sorry, Meet Young Telugu Residents of America. And basically, this organization is built around bringing people who are born and raised in this country together. We're not really specific about them having to be Telugu. It's just kind of how we started, but people from all over India are totally welcome. We have some people, Gujarati people coming, some Punjabis, so very excited to bring everybody together. So that's kind of how I see it.
you know, really we thought we did this because growing up, we all had different convention we went to. We met people, brought people together that we'd see every year, every 2 years. And as we got to the age of the youth, it was hard to cater to the youth. And so we wanted to bring that back, the catering to the youth, that we wanted to go to those events, when we were younger. So we really thought we'd bring the people that after college, from the age of about 24, 25, up to, 35. We had, my brothers came, they were 41 last year. But I think, we brought people that generally aren't together anymore together again.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So mainly these kids are like we we thought that, what ages we can allow them to come. So we told them that anybody is more than 22 to 40, 45 also actually last 2 years. And we saw they came, all of them coming, and they came almost more than 350 people came from last 2 conventions, and they really had a good time. And see, these kids are not coming for our adults conventions. So because they're not comfortable, whatever it is. Now here, there is no auntie, uncles, there is no parents there. So that's why I think they're more comfortable. They're all coming from all over the nation. So I think it's going more successfully. So we are helping them behind.
Okay, Tanuja and Parveen, maybe I can ask you, assuming that I am 30 years old, I am not 30 years old, as you can see. I'm close to 80 years old, but I don't feel either.
You don't feel like
There we go.
So, assuming I'm 30 years old, doing a master's in a college, and if I were to come to your association, what can I expect?
Okay, that's a good question. So basically, we're just trying to fill the weekend full of fun events. My goal is to make it as fun as possible, but we also want to enable networking opportunities and that sort of thing. So on Friday, we usually have some sort of mixer. Saturday, we'll do a team building event during the day, and then a mixer again at night, nice dinner. And then on Sunday, it's kind of a travel day, but we try to get together for brunch or, at a bar, some kind of sports themed type of thing.
If it's bar, I'm ready.
I think it really is you put people in a room, you give them a reason to come. They come with 2 or 3 of their friends. We're all going from Houston together.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting someone that I didn't know that my mutual friend knew. You're putting people and giving the ability to meet. Because yes, you can meet people and network with people, but it's not the same as putting them in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I see, yeah.
And that's a lost art that people becoming more and more in the business world. Without networking, you can't build your own business anymore.
So this Mytra, is this mainly about the convention, or is it an association of young Telugu professionals?
I think we want to grow it into an association.
I see, yeah.
The convention now is get everything going, get the momentum rolling.
Form the relationships.
I definitely think this year compared to last year, we saw a lot of people that took trips to go meet people they met at Mytra.
Yeah.
One group of the girls that we knew, they all went to Australia together and traveled for a couple of weeks. Another group came to Dallas and hung out for a weekend.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that we were able to bring people together and build some friendships out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a Triple N talk show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and all our programs are video streamed through YouTube and Google Plus through our channel NIK NIKAM. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we also have a Facebook page where we keep you abreast of what's happening from around the world. So we would like you to visit our Triple N Media Facebook page and like it. Okay, let's talk about what are all the things that we can expect to see in this convention that you are going to be having.
I'll let Parveen take that.
So really what we do is we go to different cities. We did Austin first.
Yeah.
We're trying to find places that people would love to go to. They're great attraction, but we're never been to. Not a lot of people love Austin, but not everyone from other country was there. Same with San Diego.
Yeah.
With New Orleans, we're bringing in a city with a lot of heavy culture. The Cajun cultures. We're bringing people there to see a very different part of the country, and so that's why we're there. You'll see a lot of interactions with the city itself, what people talk about and see. I think you'll also have food, some great food we're going to offer, some great events and things like that.
I think people are going to get a taste of jazz music and Bourbon Street.
Yes, I think you're right.
And don't forget the shrimp boys and the Cajun food. Cajun food's very important.
Absolutely. Every time I go to Papados or Papacito, it reminds me of New Orleans. Many years ago, I attended a cardiology convention in New Orleans, and it's. I don't know if that Bourbon Street is still in the same state as it was.
He went more recently than I
It's
did.
in the same state. I don't think it's ever going to deteriorate anymore or get any better, but it's always going to be a staple part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to spend. There's more to it. There's French Quarter. There's a lot of beautiful parts of New Orleans that people always forget about too.
Mostly what I notice in this convention kids like is, See, all our national organizations, and we have a gatherings, so many with adults, and kids used to come when they were like teenagers, they used to come. But recently, after 20 years, after they finished the colleges, gradually they're not coming, they stop coming. The reason is because they're growing, and we have our own functions on the stages. So if you have a stage programs and everything, looks like they don't like that kind of environment. They don't like the on the stage speeches and everything. So here, all the kids, they have their own, the gatherings their own, and they have their own evening dinners and mixtures, and then they can go to bar one time. This is like a free event that they can meet each other, they can talk each other. So I think that's why all the kids are attracting. Year by year, they came to know this is only strictly for young adults, and then none of the parents are coming. That makes them more involved in this organization.
You bring up a very important point, and I'm going to put these two people on the spot because we are the first generation who came to United States, and our children, until they were 18, they were under the wings of their parents, and they would attend the temples and all the cultural programs and all these things. What changes as soon as you go to the college? So maybe you two can highlight it. So
I think I'm the exception to that. For me, it didn't stop going till my parents stopped going.
Yeah.
Mom and dad stopped going to Thanas and Natas. Even my senior year of college, they did Nata in Houston, and we all drove in and we all went to that. We had a great time. So I think, for me personally, I still went with my parents. So I still go to temple with mom, on the regular. And I think that when I went to college, I stayed close to home. So I never let that part of my culture go.
Tanuja?
For me, I went to UT, Austin. So there was a big Indian community there, a big Hindu community too. So I kind of just meshed into that, and I got really involved in all the Indian events, the cultural events on campus. But as far as coming home to go to events with my parents and stuff, a lot of that decreased. And especially, I think it was just the travel back and forth. I mean, I wasn't accustomed.
That's not a good excuse. No, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I think there was a lack of interest.
Actually, my kids went to UT, and the only time we would correspond is, okay, it's time for you to put money in the bank.
No, so for me, I don't think it was till after college and career took off and I was working all the time that I had to stop going to these things.
Yeah.
I think through college, I never, if anything, I sped up and went to more.
Okay, let's get back to you were saying something about your reasons for...
Okay, so clearly my reasons were not valid enough. But I think it was just a lack of interest at that point to go to a lot of those cultural things, because I had my group of friends and you want to socialize more with them than your parents and their friends. So that was one thing. And I think after I went off to work, I moved to California after college, and then I lived in DC for 5 years, and then I came back to Dallas and I lived there. But all the time I was on my own. I wasn't near any family. So, and a lot of the time I didn't even have a car. So it was really hard to get out to other events outside of the city. So that was the main reason. And I think just I was not ready to kind of reassimilate back into my culture. And then when I moved back to Houston, I started going to all of the events again.
One of the interesting things I have seen is as your generation gets older, I shouldn't say older, more matured, when you get into the 30s, and then you realize mom's cooking was not after all that bad. It's far better than the microwave pizza.
Oh, no. I never ate like that. But, definitely you learn the value of your culture, I think, at a certain point. And at 32, I'm starting to realize, when I have kids, I want a community to be able to, bring them to and have friends in that community.
Yeah, because I was there for Janmashtami this weekend, and as I said, I took more than 500 pictures, but I didn't see many college students and young professionals. So I think this is all across the country. I mean, okay. So what else I can expect to see in New Orleans in your convention? Give us an agenda.
I'll give you this. So what it is kind of based upon the new business model the companies use. We don't want to do the informal networking, not the seminars. So all these new companies. What we've done is you come in Friday, you check in, you meet the people you already know, maybe at the hotel bar. For that evening, we just do a general mixer in a smaller location with cocktail style food. No seated meals. You want people interacting. That first night, you rekindle with the ones you know, you meet the new people. That next day, we take everyone and we did scavenger hunts the last 2 years where we forced random teams where people didn't know who they were talking to. So they had to meet someone new. In the first night, actually going back, we did a bingo game where you had to find people that had these random facts in their lives that we asked them about.
I see.
So you had to go find these people, and you almost had to interact with everyone to figure out who was who.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're going to do here. We're forcing them to go talk to someone else and do something that's not in their comfort zone. Especially for the younger kids, I know it was hard when I was younger to go out and talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe something I've maybe gotten a little bit better at now, I hope. But it's because of things like this. And that's really what we're trying to push here.
Yeah, I like more things are, so everybody is in the different field background.
Yeah.
So mostly, there are business people and software people,
Yeah.
IT and medicals, and they're different backgrounds. Sometimes that will help them each other. So if they want to move somewhere else, a different state, the people are coming from different places.
Yeah.
And I see a couple of people, last year, some people are looking for residencies.
Yeah.
Some people are looking for residencies, and if they want to find residency in different places, there are somebody already in that field, they can help each other also for career things. And also they can help each other in the, share each other ideas, and not only that, and they can become a life partners. And I see, honestly telling, because I know they're not coming for that, doctor, but that will help, because all the age, they're all in the same age generation from 22 to 45. So there are 350 people coming from last two conventions. So I feel like, they see each other and they might like each other. I saw out of last two conventions, I think 4 weddings happened. So I'm actually attending one in December in California. One of they both attended in Austin first year. And I'm going there attend that wedding this December. So I like that, and also I'm hearing from other parents from all over the nation, parents, they call me and ask me that, what is this, maybe this is good for my daughter, my son. But you know what, my daughter and son, if I tell them, they're not going to go there. So please, can you tell Mytra kids to call my kids and ask them to come here? And so we will pay the registration and everything. Please tell them to go.
Yeah.
If we tell, they don't go. So that's what the feedback I'm getting from parents. So I think this will help. Does not matter the Telugu or Gujarati or Punjabi or anybody. The people are coming because, all these kids, they never talk Telugu. They never talk Punjabi. They all talk same language, English.
That's right.
So it's good for them. So last year I see that all the professional kids only. Everybody are professionals on their own businesses. So I think it is very good for every parent. Any language, in spite of language, is send your kids to go to this Mytra, and you go to the website is mytraus.com. There you have all the information, and they can register there, and they can go there, and it will really help for the kids. Not only marriages, doctor, it will help build their friendships. That's more important. All these kids, once they come to that age, they don't go that far like our generation. They don't go just mingle like that. So if they are there in same place, they know each other, and they can, the ice breaking,
That's true.
That's very, very important. That's why I always recommend every parent, please tell your kids to go to this New Orleans Mytra. So that will help your kids, and they will have a lifetime friends.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't feel shy. If they say this dinner, I'm ready. I'll be there. I'll be there with my camera. Seriously. Okay, I have another question for these young professionals. And most of the Indian young children are extremely successful. They have got undergraduates, master's degree and all this. Why is it so difficult to meet the right partner?
Oh, that is the $1 million question, isn't it?
Well,
I don't think it's meeting the right person. I don't think they're doing it. I don't think that, I'm here with my friends. I hang out with the 4 or 5 Indian kids I grew up with, or the kids I went to college with. I'm not going out without this event. I'm not seeing the rest of the Indian community that I haven't seen since Donna 10 years ago. Rekindling friendships, bringing people back together. And that's what you have to do here. There's no other method of bringing them back together. And when we're at this age, we're not trying to go sit in a room and listen to people talk. We want to go talk about our business. Maybe I can meet someone that can put me in contact with a new client that I want to go build something for. It did that for me in the past. And that's why you want to meet people. And that's why I think we have to continue to focus on.
Why do you think it is so challenging to meet?
As a girl, I feel a little differently from Parveen. I do agree that, after college, it is very hard to meet people, right? Unless you're online dating. I think that is the hardest. You're busy with your work. You just don't have time. So I think
But you said that you met so many people at UT.
in college, but then we all spread out all over the country, right? So I move away. My only friends, in California and in DC for a long time were just work friends.
So should we say if you got a good friend in college, you better hang on to them?
I think so.
I'm asking you a very serious question.
This is the point is we're trying to bring them all back together. This is the reason. Now they have a reason to come back together.
Exactly.
I took my 4 or 5 friends and we went that I grew up with. They did the same thing, and we brought together a group of 250, which I met new people and I got to rekindle. And that's why we need something like this to continue, because there is nothing on this format.
I didn't even know Parveen existed until this conference, and he lived here.
And I've been part of this community my entire life.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying these things, because I have 3 kids, and 2 of them are married, and another one is not married, and this is a real challenge not only for you but also for the parents, as to you got excellent education, you got excellent job, and all these things. And you had all these years, and what happened?
I know. My mom is very worried.
Not only mom, I see nationwide. Every parents are worrying.
Yeah.
Because the parents are very successful in this country. The kids are successful, the careers.
Yeah.
Only the backdrop is they're not successful, their life partners, selecting the life partners. That's what parents think.
Yeah.
The kids don't think that. They think, well, we still have a time.
I think we prefer to put our careers first. And I mean, that's not necessarily me right now, because I am at an age where I feel like I'm more stable and I can move forward in other ways. But, I don't actually have an answer for you.
See, in India, we had no choice. As soon as I finished the medical school, everything was lined up.
Yeah.
So I just had to show up for the wedding. I mean, I didn't.
But a lot of stuff like this, though, also. So let's look at, for example, my brother is 42.
Yeah.
When they were going to Thanas, we were going to Thanas till almost 2000.
Yeah.
Kevin was 35. They were all of his friends came. We loved going to Thana every year because it was our one time they all got together. Yeah. They literally didn't stop going till society's changed, and the focus in those groups are no longer on the youth. They're catering to the younger youth, high school, college, and younger. Yeah. They're not catering to that 23 and up like Thana is used to. Thana went bent over backwards for them back then, whereas now you really had youth. These organizations aren't doing that, so we have to bring an organization back that is catering to those ages.
Because I have attended American Physicians of Indian Origin, which is OPI.
And that's the only one left. I'm not even a physician. I've been to OPI multiple
Is
times.
that right?
My brothers, all their friends. That's still the only thing we talk about every year.
Yeah.
In that 35 group. They still do it every year.
Almost 1/3 of the people who come are all young physicians, residents, fellows, and people who have just started practice. And of course, they want to have their own group and meet together, and that's the way to do it. So, what other suggestions do you all have for people to get to know on an ongoing basis? Of course, you're meeting here 3 days, and then you go back to your towns.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why Mytra is so great. Like, you get together for those 3 days, and you really bond in those 3 days. I mean, if you're only seeing 300 people over and over again for 3 days, you really do bond, and you're forced together in these small groups. And, I've kept in touch over Facebook, and then over phone and email, with lots of different people. I made so many new friends at Mytra. I loved it. And I happen to be kind of a social person, so it helps. But even if you're shy, you're kind of forced into those social situations.
And that's we always said we never wanted to get super large either. We always wanted to cap it. We always capped it 250 or 350, because what we don't want is once you lose that personalness. That was one of the biggest parts of feedback that we got. Austin was our biggest convention. It was a great hit. Yeah. And everyone loved that we kept it small.
It's kind of strange. Austin is inviting all kinds of people, all them from IT. I've been asking why Houston and Sugar Land can't attract Facebook, Google, or Amazon, or Apple, or anybody. And Austin is, because they're putting
Austin's
a huge.
You walk down the street of Austin, it feels like you're in San Francisco, but you're in Texas. You're not paying the taxes and everything else. It drives your business down. So
It's not only a university town, but it has attracted music and tech companies and everything. So maybe the Sugarland and Houston mayor should learn something from what's going on in Austin. Seriously, because I follow the whole world news every day, and in fact, Apple is putting like a 1.1 million square foot of space close to Austin.
The reason it worked out well in Austin was because Austin didn't develop like these cities. These startups need inexpensive places, inexpensive offices. And UT, the school that produces those people.
Yeah.
And people that leave UT, you know, that's what they want to do. They want to stay in Austin. So there's a lot of reason why Austin worked. It's not near as expensive to rent a nice place downtown Austin as it is to rent one in downtown Houston now when you're competing with oil and gas conglomerates.
Well, first of all, we need to get these people to come to the convention. So let's give out the dates, location, and how do they register, and where do they stay, and all these things.
So all the information is on our website. We're doing it in New Orleans, September 30th, Friday through Sunday the 2nd. We have a discounted rate room block at the hotel.
What's the name of the hotel?
It's the Sheraton on Canal Street. So right there in the middle of the heart of New Orleans. Also, if you go to the Mytra website, there's a direct link to book online, so you don't have to avoid calling anyone. And it also has a link to our Eventbrite, so you can buy your ticket, which will include your meals and all the events.
Yeah.
I see.
So one thing, I'll just give the website real quick. It's mytraus.com. So mytraus.com.
In fact, we're going to put this link on the comments under the comment section, and please do
register
and come. If you don't come, you can't blame anybody.
Yes, exactly.
For not having fun. I mean, the first thing is to get into the circus.
Yes,
that's the most important thing. And then what happens there? No, you don't have to worry.
What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans.
That's what I said. What happens in Las Vegas? So you don't have to worry about that.
Yes, if any parents, if they have any questions to find out what exactly it is, they can call, and the number is 281-325-0654. The number again, 281-325-0654. Any questions if you have, please call this number and go to Mytra and then register that New Orleans convention and book a hotel. They have a group rate.
Okay, and also you said that they don't have to be speaking Telugu, or they don't have to belong to a certain region in the country. So let's emphasize that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're first generation. First of all, if we're talking about dating, let's just talk in those regards. So if we're talking about dating, our pool, if we're looking for somebody who is Indian but also born and raised in this country, our pool is already limited. Yeah. So why would we limit it further to the particular language that we're speaking? Some people I know are even limiting it to the region that they're living in. And come on, guys, spread your wings a little bit. It's fine. So that's why we want to just bring everybody from all different states everywhere all over the U.S. and also people who are speaking all kinds of different languages or different mother tongues.
Yeah.
No problem for us. As long as you speak English, you're welcome.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching a Triple N talk show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and all our programs are video streamed through YouTube and Google Plus. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have a Facebook page, which is a Triple N Media, where we bring you the latest buzz from around the world, for that matter. And please do like our Facebook page. Any final thoughts?
Come to Mytra.
Yes, come to Mytra. We're so excited to see you guys there. It'll be a really good weekend.
It is going to be a lot of fun.
Microphone.
It is going to be a lot of fun. Please do register mytraus.com.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, let me give you the dates. It's September 30th to October 2nd, 2016. It's going to be held at New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's the North American Telugu. No, we have...
Meet
Young Telugu.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mytra, and please do register, because things will only happen if you're in the show.
Yes, absolutely.
That's absolutely right.
Thank you so much, and ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Nick.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.